being in Vatican, actually. And how I started into the Vatican and being a priest and stuff, so how did I really start out? Actually, started out in Fall River, Massachusetts, being given the position of being a priest, and that was actually a lot of people that helped with doing that, and then I got, but that was just being in America. Eventually dropped being a priest. Didn't like it, but little did I know I'd wind up being installed in the Church of Scotland, which I was installed being Archbishop. Actually, I was first installed as a clergy in the Church of Scotland, which is a hereditary thing in my family, and then elevated to Archbishop of the Church of Scotland. And I got noticed by great notice was taken by Pope John Paul II, and when he noticed that I was something of great value as far as the Christian Church on earth and the Church of Scotland, he noticed all the good things that I did with the Church of Scotland, and so he decided to bring me into the Vatican, and he appointed me to first to the canon law, the canon law section of the Vatican, and then to another job in addition to that, which was an advisor, advisors in the Vatican, and then through the whole process, I started talking about making me cardinal. And so that went on for a long time, and I was in the Vatican, and I was still Archbishop of the Church of Scotland, but also dual role with the Vatican, being advisor in the Vatican, and then I got. When John Paul's term ended, and Pope Benedict the 16th took over as Pope, I was elevated to Cardinal, and actually I stand corrected. I was elevated to Cardinal eventually by Pope John Paul, and I remained being Cardinal in the Vatican, innermost part of the Vatican, and working with day-to-day functions of the Vatican. And when Pope Benedict the 16th took over from Pope John Paul II, and he noticed all the good things that I'd done as being a cardinal, and then decided that he wanted to continue me being a cardinal. And in addition, he decided on appointing me to the Vatican Council, which I did. I served one term in the Vatican Council, and then I decided I wanted to do something else with my life, and both John Paul and Pope Benedict literally begged me to stay. Actually, Pope Benedict literally begged me verbally to stay. Please, just don't leave. And precious value to the Christian Church on earth and to the Vatican here and the Vatican Council. And I just decided I didn't want it anymore. Didn't want to be Cardinal anymore. And so I handed my resignation letter, and I shook Pope Benedict's hand. But before I handed the resignation letter, John Paul was very verbal and vocal about me staying and encouraging me to continue being Cardinal, and that there was something really important in my future that I didn't know anything about, but there's many Vatican discussions that I wasn't privy to knowing anything about. However, they had discussed giving me a new job, whatever that was. I've often thought that new job would be Pope, and many years in my life I've thought about that and realized that that's probably what it is, that they wanted to make me Pope. Since I was already Cardinal in Vatican Council. It was just the next logical step. But anyway, I said no, and no to being Cardinal, and no to continuing being Cardinal, and no to another term with the Vatican Council, being in the Vatican Council, and so I stepped down, and I shook Pope Benedict's hand and thanked my good friend, lifetime friend, Pope John Paul, and for his being a good friend and also a good advisor to me. And so I said thanks very much, and I walked out the door. With no regrets. I'd accomplished everything. I felt that I accomplished everything I wanted to in the Vatican, and so I decided to take a government route and do that, which I have done ever since. But I've also kept my hand in the Church of Scotland and an active role in the Church of Scotland, a lifetime role, which it still continues. And upper level role in the Church of Scotland. I still maintain that, and that's also part of what it is being Royal Family, which I am. Royal Family, United Kingdom. So this is my years in my years in the 1990s of being in the Christian Church, at a high level in a Christian Church. This is what it means in being in the Vatican. But I'd come to the point where I'd felt I accomplished everything I wanted to. Perhaps I should have taken the Pope job if that was what was in the next step in line for me, and I certainly would have taken it, but I walked out the door shaking Pope Benedict's hand and thanking him for all that he'd given me, and thank the Vatican for the kindness and generosity, grace, and everything good that they gave me. So I wanted to talk about my years in the 1990s, being a Cardinal, Archbishop in the Church of Scotland, and eventually being elevated to Cardinal in the Vatican, and being Cardinal and being the Vatican Council, member of the Vatican Council. So. And to this day, the Vatican has never publicly spoken about any of it, and because the Vatican is a closed-door institution, non-public closed-door institution. So anyway, so that's what happened. My exit wasn't welcomed. My exit from the Vatican was definitely not welcomed and definitely not wanted. But I did it anyway. All right. This is what I wanted to say. Thank you.